Breakwater is a floating entertainment complex for Chicago.
It's about a football field long, 100 feet wide. We'll have a pool end to end, a nice little wading pool, 3 restaurants, and a floating dock to pull your boat up on.
I was working in Las Vegas and had realized that daytime entertainment was something that Vegas had done very well, and other cities as well, and Chicago was missing some of that.
I mean, I think there's some obvious places in Chicago people want to go see if they've never been here. Wrigley, Willis Tower now. But I think Breakwater will be right up there in the top 3.
This will be a great destination for tourists and locals in the summertime, and it'll be a lifestyle enhancement for Chicagoans in the wintertime.
We tried to design the exterior to have a yacht feel to it, so it won't look that different than the other boats and yachts that are traveling around on Lake Michigan in the summertime. But then for the guest experience when you get on board, we want it to be a fun place. At the same time, we want to be conscious of the residents that live along the lakefront.
It's not just that we want to add a tourist attraction, we want to be a good thing for Lake Michigan, for its ecology, and for everyone who wants to come out and enjoy the lake.
The good neighbor policy is something that we've worked very hard to develop. So for us, being out on the lake is something that's entrusted to all people. So we want to show that we're going to be out there in good faith.
My master's thesis project was in an artificial floating island, and I have a lot of interest, and I get pretty excited about what a floating structure can do for a waterway.
And we want it to look like something rising out of the water rather than rather than a boat or a barge that's placed on the water. We want it to look as almost like an island floating in an oasis in the desert.
So in the summertime, it'll sit remotely offshore, and it'll be a vessel, but it'll look more like an island in where it operates. And it'll be out by the break wall here in Chicago, and you'll have to take a boat to get to it. So if you have your own boat, you can drive that out and dock up. If you don't have your own boat, we'll have water taxi service that will get you there and back. We've got ideas and ways to create a very safe environment, especially because we will be catering both to the family members as well as to an older crowd. So we want to be able to create a safe environment for all of our guests. And internationally, we found one other area. It's in Istanbul. It's the only other place in the world that we found that has anything exactly like what we're trying to do here in Chicago. So it is a proven model that's happening elsewhere. We're just going to be the ones that bring something at that scale to the United States. 2 years ago, when I first started working on this project, a lot of people looked at it and thought, great concept in concept, but it can never be a reality. And I think now, 2 years into the project, we're proving that wrong.
What we're looking to raise this around is not going to pay for the entire vessel. We understand that. But what it shows is the grassroots support from the community.
People that will invest alongside of us in Kickstarter will have a feeling of ownership as we do.
This is our chance to really put our name on the map and do something that New York hasn't done, LA hasn't done, Vegas hasn't even done.
Breakwater staged very well to be at the cutting edge of, I think, some very interesting and I would say fun environmental initiatives.
You're going to be swept away to a tropical island, but still be in Chicago. You're going to be taken care of like you're in Las Vegas, like you are a rock star. We're going to make sure that every customer feels like it's their first time on board or that they're a longtime patron.
And there's a neat quote by Daniel Burnham in his original plan for developing Chicago after the Great Fire, and that was to bring the lake to the people. And so I think we have a rare opportunity to help follow through on what Burnham's original dreams were for Chicago.